Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Talk to Aitan, episode 19. Flooding away, the guys are coming in slowly but surely, but they're coming in. And today we have Oliver Lopez. And Oliver Lopez, welcome. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you.
Thank you for joining the show. And I'm always intrigued myself. Is where are you from, Oliver? Where are you from?
Well, I was born in Mexico, Guadalajara, where the tequila's made.
Okay.
And from there, my dad always worked for. He's an architect, so he was always looking for different work. So from being in Guadalajara, Mexico, then he moved to Mexicali, which is super hot, one of the hottest cities, ranked number one and that is so hot, hotter than any place on the earth. And then from there, we move to this part of California.
How hot does it get? Tell us, what's the record or whatever, average? But you said this is the one I believe in.
So they did a video, they did a survey, a scientifically test that what was the hottest place on earth. I was surprised because my dad even sent it to me. He says, look, check this out. It gets in the shade 110 to 120 degrees.
Yeah, I'm trying to work that out in Celsius.
Celsius?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
60 or something, or 55?
60 plus.
Wow.
The record is 68 Celsius.
So you would literally burn if you just out there. Yeah.
But you know what? I lived there for about 10 years. You get used to it. I remember
get used to it.
You walk into school, coming from school.
How do you live in such a hot, what do you do? Do you just you just avoid the sun as much as you can? What do you do?
Or protect yourself a lot. And also one thing I learned, since my dad working in building different buildings and working for the government, they would give special cubes of salt to all the workers because they have to be working in the sun directly in the heat. So so they don't pass out and they don't dehydrate. So they will give them cubes of salt, especially cubes, put in their water, be drinking it. And that's, people, it's a big population. People been living there, I don't know, for 100+ years. And
is it really hot all year round? Or just
well, only of course in December. In December is the only month that is really cold. It's so cold. You know how interesting it shifts that in wintertime you can even see a little bit of a snowfall.
Okay.
Because the famous anybody who wants to Google it, it's called La Rumorosa. It's also a high point that it's the closest place you can go to get snow there. And that part is so high. The altitude is really high that you get snow. So when it's cold, it's cold. But when it's hot, which is I'm gonna say maybe 10 months out of the whole year, is hot. It's like this. They have a meme that when you're getting towards Mexicali, that you lower the window. That's the scene from Terminator. I think that was the first one. That there's a person, a human being, grabbing a fence, and the flames come through, and it's just a skeleton left over.
Oh yeah.
Holding on.
Well, I remember
the meme from Mexicali that is so hot that you roll down the window or you open the window in your house and you're like, psh.
Oh really? Wow.
And it's true. It's true. When I go back, I'm like, oh heck, I don't even want to.
I bet is it getting hotter there?
Oh,
I bet it is actually getting hotter. Yeah. Climate change, global warming.
So exactly. So sadly but true. Like you just said it correctly. Global warming. Even that movie Geostorm. I think it's
Geostorm.
Yeah, I think all that is very true, but unfortunately, the global warming is affecting so much that I live here in California.
So it's cold. Living in California is cold to you,
yeah. Well, it's been really hot the last couple maybe 5-6 weeks, but nothing compared to.
Yeah, if you're used to 55 and it's what is it, 30, 35 in California? I'm just Celsius.
Yeah, exactly.
Guessing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if it's 40, you're like, oh my God, it's 40.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But no, nothing to compare to Mexicali. Oh no. That's why right now it's really hot right now. And I was doing some chores outside and it's in the sun. And my family is like, you're gonna do it right now? I go, yeah. Look, if I can do it right now, I can do anything. If they can.
Yeah, I wonder what if they did blood tests the people living in your community in Mexico. What's the name of that area again? What's it called?
Mexicali.
Yeah, I wonder like if they have like different kind of blood, like their blood is different or their heart. They're like they maybe have a very slow heart rate, like something is different, or the way your heart's developed.
I would relate it to, you know how anybody in the world, that people say, they ask, you know, why is this person living in Alaska and how do they survive?
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Yeah.
People in Cairo, in Egypt, people in, when it's really hot also, I'm gonna say
when it's Sahara Desert, place like that, the Bedouins.
Exactly, any desert, right? Any desert that is hot. Well, people adjust, or their body adjusts, and they can adapt so easily.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So easily. Some people, for example, they don't want to move to Arizona per se because Arizona is really hot, or people don't want to move to New York or Chicago because it's cold and windy and it's snowy. And actually, there are blizzards and the cold.
Bad.
It's terrible. It's
power lines go, no light. Yeah, I remember that. Like no electricity.
You can go to work, you can go to school.
I know.
You can even get out of your apartment per se.
I know. Yeah,
it's stuck. You gotta go to some. Hey, can you shovel me out? You know, can you get the snow out because they can't get out? So I mean, I would say we as human beings, we adapt to wherever we want to live and be, and that's why people migrate and move. If it works for them, it works for them. If not, then they migrate somewhere else. I wouldn't mind living in Hawaii.
Oh, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm sure Jameson will give you, the other coach, and will give you lots of he knows all about Hawaii. He's living there right now. So yeah, 100%. That's interesting of where he lives. So Oliver, tell us, like, what are you doing right now? What is your occupation?
My occupation, well, I'm a supervisor for Home Depot. You know, it's
Home Depot. Yeah,
for Home Depot. Prior to that, I was a manager always for years for the UFC. Well, for this company.
Oh, UFC. Yeah.
I worked there for over 12 years.
So why'd you change? What changed your career? Like
the pandemic, COVID.
Well, it closed down. The gym closed down. Like what happened?
No, and they did close down for 2 years due to COVID. Because they were planning to open in a year, but the cases were so high that, especially here in California, that in LA County, that they're like, nope, we're gonna extend it longer. So a lot of people didn't want to go back. A lot of other people moved, and I work with different athletes and UFC fighters, and some of them moved to other cities in the US where the COVID is lower. Some moved to the special facility training in Las Vegas. They have a special state-of-the-art great technology institute, so they moved there, and they offered me, hey, would you like to move to Vegas? They would pay for everything, you know.
Wow.
Help me with the place of living. I said, no, my house is here. My home is here, so my family is here. We couldn't move, but so then little by little, I still kept working in the fitness industry, but I always wanted to work for Home Depot, always, because the way I remodeled my house is with Home Depot. So, and then my dad being an architect. So what did I do?
I was an architect. Interesting.
Since I've been little, I've been working in different job sites and working for the government. When they will call them and say, hey, I want you to build this here in City Hall, or build different things, different offices and buildings. So he would take me like, come on, let's go. We're gonna go work.
Interesting.
So that's how I learned. But always in the fitness side, I always been interested to learn how the body works, how to train for me, but also how to do it correctly, how to do it better. And when I went to the UFC, I worked with so many great trainers that I learned from them a lot. And then I became, so certified, but I wanted to learn everything about the human body, the mechanics. From being really athletic, I went up to 300 pounds way before the pandemic, way before that.
Really?
Because I went to a job, of course, that you're sitting down, you're on the phone, sitting computer. So
sedentary.
Exactly. And what do the other coworkers bring every day?
Donuts,
sweet bread, quesadillas, super delicious bomb quesadillas, and coffee, and a lot of sugar for the coffee.
Yeah.
So every day that would be my first 2 meals or first meal. So over time, just sitting down sedentary, like you were saying, from being really fit, boom, 100 pounds later. 300 pounds.
Tell me, do you still train people like on the side here and there? You
Yeah,
still do?
yeah, I still do have clients, and not as many as before, because some are little by little trying to get into it. Some they're like, no, you know what, I'm still afraid. I don't want to, because of COVID and the every new variant now that is coming up. So they're still hesitant, which I don't blame them. So I just, that's why I have my full-time job and I have my my clients on the side.
It's interesting. I always use the analogy of like, actually, I usually use the tree as an analogy. Like, the way you train someone is like how like a tree grows. Like you have the foundations, the legs. That's like the foundation of the human body. I guess the back as well, the back and the legs. The same with a house, right? Got to build the foundation first.
Exactly.
Build it up. Maintenance to the house. We need to maintenance. Repairs. Yep. There are some similarities, actually.
No, absolutely. No, you're right on point. Absolutely.
Yep. What did you actually so you specialize in actually training fighters, UFC fighters, yeah?
Yeah, so to be a UFC fighter, it's different components. Hold on, I live where a lot of airplanes pass.
Yeah, okay.
So they're kind of loud. So being a UFC fighter is not just about boxing, MMA, Muay Thai, striking, jiu-jitsu, is that and more. Its flexibility is also endurance, stamina, muscle endurance, train in a way that the fighter will last 3 rounds or 5 rounds. So we have to train their endurance, stamina, their core. Also, every fighter is different. Even we would do a test, whether it's in their fingers or in their ear, to measure their glucose level in particular time during the session.
Yeah.
And we would measure the glucose to see if we have to change anything in their nutrition. So of course, but also in that gym, other just regular average human beings will go in, try to train like them, but not to fight, not to go and pursue anything like that. So we will customize everything to everybody depending on their level of fitness, but also their goals. How you want to go professional. It's more methodic. So I had the humble privilege of meeting a lot of different UFC fighters over the years. We became really, really good, close friends. Up to this day, we still talk, and whenever they have, they say, hey, we're gonna go see a fight. You wanna come over? Sure. So whether it's here around California or all the way in Vegas, I still train. So I wanted to learn everything from all the different disciplines, how to eat for energy, eat for endurance, sleep better, very important, hydrate. Like I think you and me spoke a long time ago, being hydrated, having the right minerals also in your body, and training so your body lasts. Because one thing we can't stop, we're gonna get older. So why not eat smarter, work out smarter, train smarter, and prepare your body also to heal. Just so happens, coincidentally, before this interview conversation, yesterday I went to buy 6 bags of ice, big bags, and I said I'm gonna do a ice bath. So boom, got in my put them in my tub, fill it up. Oh my goodness, Ethan, it was so I haven't done it this cold. It was cold, but I feel better. All my joints, everything.
Okay. Yeah.
Way better. So different things that I like to learn over the years, how the body works, how the body can heal. Even that's one of the things why I came upon and stumbled all the videos from Dr. Farhan, that I'm like, you know what? Because I'm getting older. I'm about to turn 51. So one of the videos, I'm like, you know what? This is the 5th time I watch this video. Let me see what it's about. Let me check it out.
Yeah, tell us the journey. Like, so when did you get involved? Like a year ago? Over a year ago?
So, yeah, exactly. So a year ago, well, to be more precise, a year and 2 months ago, so that would be 14 months ago, I started watching videos, right? So and I was looking at training videos, different training videos and training regimens. And of course, AphroD will come up. Yeah, AphroD again, AphroD.
Always.
And I said, so the more I listen to the videos, instead of clicking, skip, the more I listen to them, the more they will show up every day that I would, go into YouTube, and it will come up. And then I said, okay, I kind of believe it. but I no, I never tried it. I never heard of this. So maybe it's another infomercial. Maybe another time. So one day I listened to the whole video. Then the next day I listened to it again. I said, you know what? I went to click on it, but I listened to everybody else that's a member, and they were telling their, real stories, their journey. And I said, you know what? I do believe Dr. Farhan, but I think they're more, because they're the real person that tried it, and they've been on it for months. They've been on it for a year. I know there was a lot of guys for a year anniversary, but one guy that says, I can't believe it's been 2 years. And I said, okay, well, if all these people have been, close to a year or more, what do I have to lose? He's even saying, you know what, money back guaranteed. I said, it's similar to Amazon. You don't like it, you return it. And I said, you know what do I have to lose? Nothing. I wanted to take my health and my body to another level. I said, you know what? Let me order it. So I started making my profile, ordering it. Couldn't wait, to receive it. And then, you know what? I'm so glad, so thankful that I tried it, because it has made a huge impact, a huge difference in my whole entire body.
Tell us, so that's the interesting thing, is tell us, like, from the beginning, like, how were you feeling before, and then when you started taking it, like, how you started feeling and the changes.
Yeah.
Like in what period of time, because, give us the truth.
No,
People want to hear the truth. So I want to hear the truth from you, like how it helps
exactly.
you.
So, and this is a true testament. Is more than just a story. It's a true testament that on real facts. The first that I can tell you right now vividly, the first day I took it, I was like, wow, this burst of energy. And I went to work out. And I'm like, okay, I felt it through the whole work. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? I'm doing workout and working out and everything. The next day I took it again. I said, you know what, it's leg day. Let me try it on leg. Anything that I was able to achieve before with a little struggle, it was getting easier. One thing that
Hello. Mind. Okay. Sorry, I just lost you there. Let's continue. So what were you saying, sir? Yeah.
So I can tell you with all my heart that the feeling from day one till now, a year later, the feeling is there. The way it makes me feel, for my energy, my focus, my libido, my energy, my drive, more confident. I take it, on an empty stomach, and sometimes I eat 2 hours later or even 4 because of my job.
Yeah.
So I still continue doing intermittent fasting. So I still do my fasting, and my energy is, for being almost 51, my energy is awesome. Really, really good. So, that's why in the gym, I would recommend it to a lot of different guys. Well, they were in their late 20s, mid 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s, or 60s. I would be like, look, I seen you struggling. Stop drinking all those energy drinks that you're grabbing from that fridge. They're just giving you fake sugar and other chemicals, and get on AphroD. You come up to me and you say, hey, what are you doing? What are you taking? You're looking like this. You're looking better and better. I go, look, this is the biggest change I made. I take this every day, no matter what, on empty stomach. And you see me at 5 in the morning and I'm fully alert. 6 in the morning, I'm like, hey, my mood, my focus, hey, how are you? And I only took maybe a little cup of coffee, and that's it. No energy drinks, no powder, no pre-workout, nothing. What I had, to be honest with you, Ethan, I gave it away. All the pre-workouts, I gave it away. But pre-workouts and powder, I gave away the bottles that I had, like 20. I gave it away. Like, look, I'm not gonna drink it. I don't need it. this baby right here, this is what gets me really, really going. The whole AphroD team, including Dr. Farham, but every one of you included. I'm so grateful of this support system. I'm so grateful for this product assist. Oh, another thing that I want to make a video that I'm going to mention. I said it, and this is maybe 2 years ago, year and a half ago, something like that. Year and a half ago, and then after I tried AphroD, and that's why I didn't want to order AphroD, because I was taking Redwood. I said, okay, it's gonna be a miracle. They say it's gonna be really good. Blah 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 blah. No, 3 months on it, maybe a 3%, 5% improvement, and then nothing, just nothing. I felt nothing compared, absolutely nothing compared to AphroD from day one to a year later. That's why I only purchased the other name brand once, and it let me down. And I'm like, you know what? No, it doesn't work. And it's supposed to be really popular, blah blah blah. But I tried AphroD, babe. Not can't go. I'm so grateful, so grateful.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's you know, the things that you say, I hear from other men as well, from different ages, but like it's very interesting, especially like over 50, when we do become more deficient, our testosterone levels are decreasing, that that you're saying this, you know, it does reinforce the fact that, you know, we know that it's working for older men, which is great, which is really great. So tell me, when you're not because we didn't speak about it, when you're not working, what else are you doing? What kind of other hobbies are you doing on the side?
Well, there's always a remodeling a remodeling job here in the house. Like, okay, we gotta do this, we gotta change this.
Oh, really? Okay, so work and hobby is the same, yeah.
Oh yeah, always, on my 2 days off, there's always something to do. And then if not, I mean, if we, you know, knock it out of the park really fast, then of course we go to the beach. We, you know, take walk in the beach. I read a lot. I read from or do podcasts from Tony Robbins, from Abraham Hicks, Dr. Joe Dispenza. I like to center myself a lot and live in great vibes, but also create the positive vibes. And no matter what happens in life, because we are gonna meet, either whether we work with them or not, but we're gonna meet people that have negative energies or negative intentions, or even really bad customer service. But you know what? There's ways to improve that we don't have to put a force shield. There for a long time I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put on my force shield that no negative energies are gonna come through, or they're gonna bother me. And a dear loving person in my life told me, remember how you like the Matrix a lot? I go, yes, I love the Matrix, you know, with Neo and Morpheus. Says, what did Neo do in one of the movies? And in the first one, he went inside Mr. Smith, right? And he, you know, he went inside of him and made him explode. In the second or third one, he let Mr. Smith get inside of him. So he says, wait, stop that right there. He let the energy bad guy get inside of Neo, and then he converted him to be positive, per se. So I learned that, yeah, we, no matter who we work with or meet or anything, we command our life. We're in charge of how we feel. And it's so true. Of anything that happens to us, it's not what happens to us, but it's how we react to it. 90% of what happens to us, 100%, 90% is how we react to whatever was said to us, whatever somebody tried to do or did. And 10% is whatever they did. It's how we react, you know, either angry, mad, pissed off, hateful, resentment, all that stuff that kills our life. And I'm gonna say it will maybe bring your testosterone down, because we're always such in a bad mood. I'm having a bad day, or I had a bad day. All that stuff does carry. I'm saying it because I used to be like that. I used to be like, oh my God, you know, this happened and this guy, you know what? No.
Complaining and whining. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, erase all that. But actually, and even I'm gonna take it a step further. More than complaining and whining, we will focus so much on that person or two or three, but what they did and how they make us feel. Instead of, you know what? Become solution people. Like, let me fix it. Once I understood and started applying it daily, I was like, exactly like Neo. You know what? I'm the captain on my own ship. No matter what anybody says or does, just go like this. Like, no, you're not gonna affect. You're not gonna come through. You're not gonna move my foundation. Just like you said, Ethan, you're not gonna move my foundation at all.
What's interesting,
that's why I love
what's quite interesting is some people, and I don't mind speaking about it, is some people say, why is AphroD not working for me? Or some people saying, like, why is nothing working for me? And I think you're a very good example of it. Like, when you have this newfound testosterone, which I'm pretty sure you have, like the AphroD has definitely helped you increase your testosterone. You need to apply it. And one of the ways you apply it is working out. You use the testosterone to work out. But other ways is also kind of implementing it into kind of your job. And like, you're building houses, you're applying yourself, you're reading, you're doing your ice baths, you're positive, you're walking, you're doing like 360 degrees. I'm assuming you're sleeping pretty well in the mornings and all that kind of stuff. So, regardless of whatever supplement you're taking, it, especially with AphroD or whatever, you want to take, you need to apply yourself as well. And I think you're getting really good results because you're also applying yourself as well. And it's just giving you that extra impetus to kind of take yourself to that next level. That's the truth. That's the truth of the matter, I think.
You are absolutely, you said it absolutely. Words of wisdom, absolutely right on point. There's so many other chemicals and pre-workouts and buy this, use so much different things that honestly it's just chemicals. One of the things that attracted me, and that was my final decision why I would jump on getting AphroD. Why am I going to start putting this in my body? Why? Because it has those 4 amazing natural herbs that really, really work. All natural, no chemicals, no other stuff that the other companies are selling you and then we put in our body. No, 4 amazing, beautiful, natural ingredients, all from Mother Earth. And then they go into our body and immediately, day in, day out, oh my goodness, you feel it. I feel it. I mean, I'm so grateful. So I can't say enough of it. I can't stop being thankful. But that's why I talk about it with different people. That is, all the guys that, what, you want to change, you want to improve, jump on this. Even sometimes what I do, I mean, I only did it a couple of times, but because I don't want to run out. I gave him some of my pills to, to test. Yeah. But I'm like, no, I'm running out of my pills. Like, no, you get your own. But
great. I mean, I can see like you're incredibly, probably the most enthusiastic person I've interviewed about AphroD. Like it's interesting that you're giving people the pills. Like it's, like I said, like the extra things you're doing around the AphroD is the reason, I'm telling you, it's the reason why you're getting such good results along with the AphroD, because that is how you take AphroD. It's exactly what you're doing. But Oliver, thank you very much for your time. And it's makes me happy, and everyone who's watching this can see for sure, like the results speak for themselves. And let's see where you are in another year. Let's see where you take yourself in another year,
God's willing, my brother. God's willing. Yep.
All right, Oliver. Well, to be continued, and it keeps freezing, but what can we do? We managed to get through the interview.
So
it's okay. Yeah,
I'm very inspired by your when you're working out.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, no, thank you so much.
The internet can't keep hold of our conversation, so
Oh, hey, well, thank you for everything, Ethan.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and we'll speak soon. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Bye-bye.